There we go. Hey, lovelies. I'm Mike Jimmy of Faeries and Ents, and I'm joined today by MarV of The Singular, who has been working for a long time on this comic, and we're going to be drawing together today. So I'm
Yeah,
going to move
awesome.
my webcam in a second, and let's have a little drink and draw. I mean, let's have fun.
Yeah, definitely,
So tell
definitely.
me a bit about yourself, man, because people
Uh,
follow, like, there's not many followers on my account, but they.
no worries. I'm here to have fun and meet you finally. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I like. I like to connect with creators, no matter which country they are. So yeah, I'm kind of guy who likes to meet people, especially creators, because it's something that I do. I started this comic almost 2 years ago. I
Hmm.
love I love everything related to Silver Age comics. I grew up in France. My parents were immigrants there, and I remember my first experience with a comic was um, a comic with Torpedo and Daredevil. I don't remember.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's my first thing that I recall about having a comic in my hands. I believe it was from my father because my father had a bunch of comics from Belgium and France and Italy and
Yeah.
all that stuff. And yeah, that was my first experience with comics. And then I opened another book with it was a Spider-Man story with the Nightcrawler. First time that I saw
Mhm.
Nightcrawler and the Punisher. Jigsaw was in there too. I was amazed
Ooh,
by
nice.
that. Yeah, by that
Yeah.
comic. I have a glimpse of
Oh,
Wolverine. Wolverine
something
just
went
got
wrong.
uh,
Whoops.
like they used to say, it's live TV, man. It's live TV.
Yeah, it's live. Holy crap.
Yeah,
That
it's
scared
live
the
TV.
shit out of me, man.
And yeah, that's one good time to know comics. You know, it was late in the late 70s, early 80s. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was a good time for comics, and I hope to find comics as interesting that they were back then. Lately, I found some great comics and on the indies on the indie sector. Uh,
Oh, yes. We're in the
we,
Bronze Age of the indie comics
yeah,
right now. Like,
yeah, we are.
it's exploding. It's awesome.
Yeah, and so many new stuff. It's
Oh,
not always the
yes.
same thing. It's everybody is having this. I don't know how to call it, but this is a new era for comics. This is not only superheroes. We have
Yeah,
sci-fi,
exactly.
horror, and a lot of stuff. And unfortunately, there are so unfortunately for one side because we came back everybody, but
Yeah.
it's unfortunate that I'm talking about in my case that if I want to bring a comic from the US, it costs me $25.
Yeah.
So
I completely agree. It's the shipping is the main issue right now.
yeah, it's very, very, very expensive, and if I want to send something to United States, if I want to send a comic book, it will cost not more than $10. So it's
I
a
wish
little
I
weird
could say
to
that. It's 23 euros minimum for me.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
it's from the Netherlands. It's horrible, man. Like we're
damn,
getting extorted on that regard.
wow.
But well, I might just use you as a way through them because I'm pretty sure shipping to Portugal is a lot cheaper.
Yes, yeah. From here, it's very yeah, it's cheaper, yeah. And I was amazed by the price that is
Yeah, that
from the US. It's sick. It's unbelievable to
it's extortion, really. Like you
yeah.
can't you just cannot keep up with that kind of price and expect to grow your base on an international base on an international scale. I mean, within Europe, like the European
Yeah.
Union, I on average I lose about €9, which is still a lot,
Hmm.
but manageable for most people. At least the fans that I have of Live and Cora,
Yeah.
that I within Europe. But then um, €23 for a €10 comic is, yeah, you cannot afford that. That's impossible.
Yeah, it's very hard to keep up with everybody, and I I don't like digital comics, but
No, me
if
neither.
I want to read them, I have to buy them. So man, it's a little weird because one of the publishers that I love is Alterna. I have a bunch of their books, but unfortunately they are all digital.
Yeah,
So it's I know they have like a pack for international backers, but the problem is that I can't afford that because here in Portugal the income is ridiculous at the end of the month.
yeah,
So it's not easy to be able to buy everything that is coming out, and a lot of stuff are just amazing, man.
yeah. I mean, especially with the indie scene right now, like um, the amount of good quality that is coming from you know one person teams, yourself included. You know, it's it's incredible what kind of things get sent out internet, like get pushed out daily by creators
Yeah.
that we have never heard of, myself included. I mean, until 2 months ago I didn't even have I had never been on a podcast. So
No.
yeah,
Oh.
like I was in the organization for Stay Home Comic Con, which we are sharing to as well.
Hmm.
um but to really own a spot and get interviews and everything, that's completely new to me.
Hmm.
So yeah, to be able to promote my comic like this, and to see most people go, yeah, shipping, like, yeah, I agree. But for Love of Korra 4, I'm gonna hit up Critical Blast, and a huge shout out to him, because he is working on a shipping agreement where we send
Yeah.
like 100 copies to him with the US labels on it, and then he ships them out from there, making it drop from like €23 for me down to maybe €10 at most. So I'm gonna
Hmm.
keep my eye out for that one, and I hope others will too, because I had an interview with him not too long ago. He is a wonderful guy. If you can get on his show, like, yeah, hit him up. Like, he loves to interview all kinds of indie creators, especially European ones.
That's cool, man.
You know, you,
I still don't know what I'm going to do. I'm still trying to understand all the indie stuff that we need to know. Learn as much as I can watching Rob Sanderson videos. I don't know if you know the
yeah, I've seen him come by.
cause. Yeah, I try to understand that, and how to make a campaign. I don't know if I'm going to submit to publishers, or if I'm going to make a campaign by by my own. I
I
still don't
would
know what I'm going
say
to do.
go for your own thing, man. Like, you got the quality, you got the style, um, and unless you find a new publisher that is really into that kind of style, like they're very strict. They publish this kind of thing and this kind of thing only.
Hmm.
And if you do your own thing, like, the audience is gonna find you. And I've seen you go around on Facebook, and there's people cheering you on, man. You gotta you gotta
Yeah,
cater to those kinds of folks because they're waiting for that book.
yeah, I'm very happy with the response,
Yeah, it looks
and
amazing,
being on the
man.
Niveau. Thank you. Uh, Unfortunately, I can't be 100% doing this. I get jealous when people say, "Hey, I drew for 12 hours today, and I spend my weekend all weekend drawing, doing this,
Okay,
and from
I'm,
7
I'm,
a.m. to 5 a.m." And yeah, I
my
got a good job.
reaction
I got
my
it.
reaction to those people is literally, you're killing yourself. Like, congratulations
Yeah,
for being a trooper, but you're literally killing yourself doing that. Take your regular breaks. It's not a race. If I take 5 hours on this page, or 12, or 3 days, I don't care. The point is that I'm putting out a product that I'm proud of, and if that means that I have to draw 4 hours a day, um, just to let my hand rest and everything, and do other things on the side, yeah, I'll do that. And you should do the same, because you want to do this for the rest of your life.
oh yeah.
I mean, we're passionate about our art. That means that we got to be passionate about our lives as well.
Mhm. Yeah, but when you hear that kind of when I hear that kind of stuff, I say,
Oh yeah,
well,
I know. And
uh,
my like,
I
I
wa-
used to be like that, but then I was like, yeah, but
yeah,
they're killing themselves. What are they doing?
yeah, because you do it for a living, right? You have a day job or
I have a side job, which is mainly to just pay the bills.
hmm
And that's 2 or 3 days a week, sometimes four. And otherwise, I'm drawing daily, and marketing, and all kinds of stuff. But I'm setting up a publishing company as well, so
okay.
it's not only me drawing all day. It's also finding submissions, talking to my writers if they have a new idea, and being open to new people.
hmm
And we're going to start on a new project next month. Well, I gave the green light to it only this weekend, um, for the storyboard.
hmm
So that's gonna come around real soon. That's gonna be more of a K drama, Korean drama, where a girl from the slums finds what you call it, a very a very old dress, but when she puts it on, she becomes irresistible.
Wow, yeah.
She is using that to get higher up in the classes. You
hmm
know, but she's also using it to make a change for the slums that she was born in, and except if it wasn't for that dress, she would never have gotten out of that.
Yeah, yeah. That sounds interesting, man. That's cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 6 issue series. And yeah, the artist is just starting on the first 6 pages, and then we're gonna go straight into Indiegogo, and do a nice little crowdfunding campaign. You got
hmm
to do a flexible goal, and whatever we don't make on it, we're gonna still publish it, and I'm still gonna pay him because I think the story and the guy is worth it. So,
Yeah.
and I'm doing the same for Love and Cora. I'm paying the colorist out of my own pocket, and the writers are on a royalty basis, so they get 25% off of every issue they write
Yeah.
after publication. And the colorist gets a fair price for what she does, because she does great. She reads my inks like there's no tomorrow, and just instantly understands what needs to happen. And then um I'm already 1,500 euros into Love and Korra 3. and we haven't even published yet. So
Yeah.
being able to, my side job and all my extra money goes straight into the comics because this is what I believe in, and the Radiant site, so the new K-pop drama that's gonna come out through Faeries and Ents, and there should be a new graphic novel series starting in September as well, which will be my own writing. Um, they're stepping stones to me doing what I love and being able to do it for a living. So I
Hmm.
don't mind investing all this time and money into it because there's going to be a payoff at some point, and that on its own, like knowing where I'm going is the right thing. That's the perfect drive, man.
Yeah. I after I started doing this comic, The Singular, I stopped for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and I wrote a story called The Witch. It's a horror slash detective noir comic.
Nice, I love those.
Yeah, 24 pages, and it was so much fun to write, because I wrote The Sin
Yeah,
Killer, but in my own way, in my own way. But after I watched Lucifer videos on writing, I learned so much. Then when I had my second stroke, I got a stroke a couple of years ago, and
oof.
yeah, on my right leg. No Vicodin, like house, but hey,
Mm-hmm.
uh, but yeah, I had surgery, and I had when I had a second stroke, I went to the hospital, and I was doing nothing, and
Yeah,
so I had the first draft in my phone, and I just in that Friday I had a stroke on Friday.
mm-hmm.
I wrote it till Sunday, the 24
Holy
pages.
crap. Talk about
Yeah,
pushing
it was.
through, dude.
Yeah, I have nothing else to do, so
Yeah,
yeah, I wrote that.
fair.
Yeah, and it was fun because it was a very different kind of writing.
Yeah,
After I understand what Lucifer was saying on these videos about plot and pacing and show
yeah,
don't tell, all the stuff, and I hope to do that comic after issue one of the Sin Killer, um, because uh, my idea was to hire an artist, but I can't right now. So I hope to get some income in a few months. I hope to sell some art and to save some money
dude.
to.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you.
Hmm.
Your art is fine. Just fucking do it.
Now the problem, thank you, but the problem is that I take too much time to draw.
But
Uh,
that's okay. It doesn't have to be done in a day.
yeah, but now I'm writing another story, man. you know, I'm writing
Well,
another, and I keep having these ideas, and I'm on page 8 of the Scene Killer. I have almost I'm lacking 4 pages only. I have a bunch of panels done, and I'm putting them together right now. And each time that I
oh,
make a page, I'll draw it everything again. So I'm taking too long. So I see those ideas coming to my mind, and then if I had money, I was able
I'm
to.
gonna be honest with you. For every idea that I dropped so far, whoo man, you know. But the thing is, what I usually do for myself when I get an idea
Mhm.
is to let it simmer for like a week, and I write it down real quick, and I'm not a writer. Um, I suck at it. Well, I don't suck at it. It's just not my thing. But I write it down, leave it behind. You know, it's on paper. I know it's there. I know it's eventually going to come back to me. You know, if it's a week later and I look at it, then it's either okay, that would work,
Hmm.
or it's how would that work and would it be fun? You know,
Yeah.
and um, most of the ideas that I drop, like I can see myself going, okay, this would not be fun to make. And if you're having fun with the Sin Killer, it doesn't matter if you
Yeah.
take 1 year or three or eight or you gotta have fun making it. And people are interested in what you're making, and you can always drop out. You know, it's fine to say, okay, I'm gonna pull the plug on this. Um, because you got to be able to. There's such a thing as ID depth. I don't know if you have ever heard the concept, but
Mm, yeah. 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 Yeah.
like you spent so long on your magnum opus and milling it in your head that you got everything worked out except for the story itself, or the art. And being able to start small, like if you've done a 24-page small comic, dude, that's epic. Like I my first comic that I published was 22 pages too. It's 11 quarter one.
Hmm.
But often the product is more important than um like the product is often more important than the process. And sometimes the product is not going to be the best that you would have liked it to be, and that can mean that you spend a million times redrawing it, going loop after loop after loop because you keep getting better at it and nothing actually gets made. Or you get stuck in the world building and, ooh, that would be nice in the story. And how do I implement this, etc., etc., etc. But there's also this is what I'm going to make. This is the time I'm going to take for it. And this is when it's going to be in my hands.
Hmm.
And if you can put yourself in that mindset, you're you will find that one project will come to you a lot more naturally, and you will very quickly realize what is really your thing and what works for you. But also, you got something to show for yourself once you're through that time span. And if you say the first issue of the Saint Killer is going to be 22 pages
Yeah.
or 24 or
Hmm.
even 48. You can go, okay, we're gonna cut back on the artwork a little bit. We're gonna go for good enough. The page is done. We're moving on. You know,
Yeah.
and you're gonna say in September I'm gonna have those 24 pages done, which is very easy. I mean, that's half a year still for 16 more pages. So that's less than 2 pages a month.
Yes. Okay.
And then only thing you need besides that is a cover, a bit of credits, and you can put it on Indiegogo. It's right there, and let the people decide if it's good or not.
Hmm.
And what you'll find is that one, the people have seen you work on it, so they know the effort that went into it. And you got people like Pops cheering you on and being hyped about this. You got me being
Yeah.
hyped about this.
Yeah.
Like,
Thanks.
g- g- give us something to keep being hyped about. Give us the issue one, so we can be hyped about issue two.
Yeah. I can't wait to issue two because that will be Michael's story, and Michael is uh, I love John and I love Gabriel, but Michael has got a great story. Michael has got a great
But
story.
then you first got to finish issue
Yeah,
one. And
yes,
if you're only
yeah.
8 pages in, you got a while to go, mate. I don't know how many pages you actually set for yourself on this one.
Yeah, 22 or 24. It depends.
Okay.
I have most of the panels done. I can show you. Wait, okay. So
Now, if you got most of it done, like, um, go for it. There's a couple of things you're redrawing, right?
yeah, right now I'm redrawing everything because I did everything in traditional art,
Mm-hmm.
but then I was invited by Reddy Zimmerman for an anthology. So I cut the issue one into 8 pages, and
Mm-hmm.
I put something there, not too much, because Michael is not doing anything that I want him. I would like to show on the anthology, but it's only 8 pages. I couldn't show too
Yeah.
much, and a buddy of mine is a graphic designer, Ricardo Ferreira. He helped me out by putting everything on this tablet.
Mm-hmm.
He did the gray tones and the blacks. You know, he cleaned everything up
Yeah.
and put the text there and whatever. He did everything that he could so that I could be present in the anthology. And
That's really cool.
yeah, that's so much cool. And he helped me a lot with these advices and everything that I could learn from him. I learned, and the guys from my day job, they came
Mm-hmm.
together and they did a crowdfunding, and I got an iPad,
Oh,
and
that's
now
sweet, dude.
yeah, that was awesome. Meredith and Pops showed up. They made this big surprise for me for Christmas, and
Oh
it
my God,
was
man.
yeah, it was dope. And and now I have a
That's
tablet. Yeah, that's insane.
it is, but like that's
Yeah,
so wholesome. But then again, like we're talking about those kinds of people here. You know, if I had known you at that point, I probably would have done the same. You know, like because that is exactly the kind of thing that I do too. I
hmm,
actually bought one of my friends a tablet as well.
yeah, cool.
I mean, like he wanted to up his art, and I'm like, well, yeah, just you know,
Yeah,
if you
they
want to up,
knew they knew
yeah,
how I was passionate about this project and talking about I want to publish, and then
yeah,
Randy got me the invitation. I told everybody, hey, this is awesome, and my bosses my boss and um, uh, and a couple of guys of the office. They made a surprise, and everybody there contributed a little bit
hmm,
for this tablet, and the guys from some indie creators helped me out too by promoting myself and show my art in their live
that's
streams,
wonderful, dude.
and yeah, that was an amazing 2020 for me. Was an amazing year, and yeah,
Good. It has been horrible for plenty of people, including myself. So I'm glad
yeah,
to hear that someone had a good year.
yeah. Fortunately, I didn't have nobody. Everybody at home is fine, and
Good. I'm really
uh,
glad to hear that. Like
yeah, thanks.
it's. I
So
mean,
you have some problems with COVID?
no, I had no problems with COVID, but I had plenty of problems of my own.
Ah, okay.
Like the reason I have two writers right now for Lab and Cora was because my ex used to do the writing, and she
Mm-hmm.
did so for the first two issues, and she didn't do anything anymore.
Yeah,
And I don't want to call her out because she's a good writer, and I will always say so. But um, because of her personal issues, she was bringing the entire house down.
yeah.
And after she left in July, I got really bad into imposter syndrome.
Yeah,
Like, what am I even doing this for? But pushing through that, I went, okay, I believe in love and Korra. I'm going to make this happen.
yeah,
And, from there, I got Martin Fisher and Kimberly Kovac, who are two amazing writers
hmm
with credits that make me go, why did you apply to this? You're better than this small tiny publisher from the Netherlands.
but
Um,
they saw something in your story, so that's good. Yeah,
yeah, I should send you the proof PDF for Life of Korra after the stream. I think you'll like
hmm
it.
yeah, yeah. Awesome.
I've been giving it out left and right, and everyone is going, "Oh my god, that is actually a good comic. What the hell, Mike? What have you done?"
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The indies are doing stuff very, very differently that
Oh
mainstream can't.
yes,
That's
I
why.
mean we're not in the mold. Which
Yeah,
is the best place.
we can do and say whatever we want. We don't need
Yeah,
politics to sell. We don't need, right. We don't need
we
to
don't
be
need
fake.
politics. We don't need super cheap bad books that get pushed out every single month because otherwise nobody's gonna buy them anymore.
Yeah, it just be socially politically correct, or just because
Yeah.
uh, all those stuff that.
Oh God.
Yeah, but
I know.
like somebody said, if we don't like it, we don't read it. So, but I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah,
Exactly. And Love on Korra 1 and 2, we published like from our own pockets, no crowdfunding whatsoever. And even
wow,
there, we had sales like near 100 books for nearly 100 books through conventions and everything. So I'm like, yeah, people are asking for more. I'm not
that's good.
gonna deny them that this thing.
Of course.
I gotta admit, thank you, furries, because they apparently really like the fluffy creatures playing drums from the first issue,
Yeah.
making them come back. They're gonna be
But
disappointed in issue 3 because there's rock people and not fluffy creatures.
uh,
Their problem, not mine.
oh,
But yeah,
just,
you got to do what you want to do, and the indie scene is the only place that you're going to be able to.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, when we grow up, we always have that dream or that fantasy of Marvel
Oh yeah, of
and
course. Like
DC,
everyone
right?
wants to make it big.
Yeah, everyone. But if it was today, maybe 10 years ago, but today, I don't think the appeal on that because, first of all, you don't work with anything that is yours, and second,
Yeah,
if you create something, you don't own it. So
yeah,
I don't see the appeal in that. And writing a Spider-Man story or drawing a Spider-Man story, if you have already done everything and
yes.
redone everything. So
Oh God, yeah.
what's up, Flash? My boy Flash, my dog, is asking me to get out. Give me just a 10 seconds, please. I'm going to open his door. Okay.
I am
Sorry.
actually going to give my cat her food because she is asking for it as well. So be right back, lovelies.
Yeah, yeah. Just 10 seconds, I'll be back.
Yeah, a bit more from me, but I'll be right back. You smell?
Oops. Okay. I am back. Yeah, I'm back to.
There we go. Yeah, the
Yeah,
poor baby was being starved, and
yeah. Flash was bored with me because he's by my side and he comes and
hmm
goes. But my wife is watching a series, and I just shut the door, and
Oh, yeah.
he wanted to go near her, and
Well, fair enough. I mean,
yeah, he was bored because usually I'm listening to music and I'm drawing with my right hand. I'm playing with him with the left one. So he's always
yeah.
so today I'm not with him. I'm not playing with him while I'm drawing.
Poor
So
baby.
yeah, he's bored.
I got the same with my left hand and the right hand being on Shelby.
Yeah,
And
Shelby.
she'll usually, yeah, Shelby is my cat, and she will
Mhm.
usually find a way to fit on my lap while I'm doing inks and getting cat hair all over the canvas, of course. So yeah, if people buy my originals, there's complimentary cat hairs.
So you do everything traditional or
No, I do the inks digitally, and
I
then
do?
I
Okay.
print it on A3, and then it gets inked traditionally because that's my preferred way of working.
Wow.
But yeah, it saves a bit of money to not have to use a light box all day every
Mhm.
day.
Yeah. Now with digital, I'm more confident because I can ink without being afraid of messing
Oh,
around. Yeah.
of course.
And
Uh,
I used to be a pencil guy, always with pencils, very comfortable with
mhm.
pencils. But then I tried to be an inker because I have to do the inks in the comic for
Yeah,
the comic. So yeah, I started doing that, and I was man, it's so frustrating because yeah,
it's
it's another world.
it, you gotta learn to accept all the little mistakes, and that is really really hard for most artists. There is no perfection in inks, and that's the appeal to it. If you can get over that hurdle, like the amount of little mistakes that I made so far, just add character for me.
Hmm.
And there's 1,000 in there already. I mean, it's a surprise I haven't smudged yet because I'm once I get in the zone, I stop paying attention a little, and I make a lot of mistakes. But
I,
nobody sees it. That's the whole point. Like,
mhm.
uh,
I try to keep everything more traditional I can. Of course, the big lines. I use the tricks of Procreate, but the
yeah,
smaller lines when I'm cross hatching or hatching, I do it. I do everything normally, like if I was doing it with markers or
yeah,
brush.
because
So it,
it gives character and it makes it look natural.
yeah, if it's not a big line, I'll do it
Yeah.
normally. If it's a like in the shotgun that I did, this shotgun, everything is I use the does it work? I use the this. So, but when it comes
Yeah.
to smaller lines, when it comes to smaller lines, I just do it
Well, you
in
should because
normally.
it builds character as well. Like
Yeah.
you get more confident in your own handiwork.
Hmm. Yeah, that's it.
And I see. digital artist. And like, okay, if you're on a graphics tablet, on without a screen, then I can completely understand that you zoom in like miles and miles ahead. But I see like people being on pen displays and tablets also zooming in until like infinity, and I'm like, guys, you don't have to. Like, if it looks great from you know 50%, it's gonna look great at 100%. It's gonna look great in print
Hmm.
because unless you're working at a one-to-one scale, nobody's gonna see the little mistakes. And even then, like they're gonna think, oh, that was intentional. Nobody cares. Hey, Irene,
Yeah.
I hope you're having a wonderful night. Irene is a fellow comic creator from the Netherlands,
Oh yeah, great.
as well as Kimi Comics, who had been popping in real quick earlier, and they make awesome little wonderful stories as well. Irene only just finished a really cute story about the uh, history of a Dutch town called Reden, if I remember correctly. I may be wrong. It could be Reden as well. There's, you know, um, but she has a beautiful style, and it's Gladys. Gladys is another one of those people that I know from Stay Home Comic Con and who originally organized it because there were no cons, so we organized our own.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
See, I was correct on the town. Sweet.
Like Pop did, right?
But yeah, Gladys is starting on her first webcomic real soon. I got her in contact with a writer that is doing a really fun thing with her,
Hmm.
and she then makes very cute, adorable creatures that are, yeah, they're adorable. And the whole premise of the comic is going to be that those cute creatures want to take over the world with cuteness
Awesome.
in the style of Peanut, Pinky and the Brain, not
No, I
Peanut
don't
and
know
the
that.
Brain.
No, I don't know that one.
Um, it's the two little mice from Animaniacs.
No, I don't know that one. No.
Okay, it was a '90s cartoon, so I can understand if you haven't seen that one. I'm a little bit younger than you are, so
Yeah, you were born in '93, right?
yep, I'm a lot younger than most people that I hang around with nowadays. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'm from '74, so yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, age isn't everything. As long as you're
No.
fun to hang out with, you got my vote.
Yeah, this is what I like to do is to be with good people and draw and talk. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's I like to be alone, and do my own stuff, but sometimes it
Well,
gets
yeah.
a little bit boring not to have
You gotta have people around once in a while.
yeah, just to be able to talk a little bit about stuff that because I
Oh
don't
yeah.
have anybody to talk about comics because where I live in a small village
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have anybody to talk about comics. And Ricardo, who helped me out with the anthology, he knows about comics, but he don't do. He's not into comics per se. You know,
Yeah.
he's not doing comics.
He
But
knows what that needs to be done, but it's not his thing, which is
yeah,
fine. But yeah, sometimes you just want to be able to talk business
that
and
is
talk passion.
yeah, yeah. So you start. How did you start your career?
I had a very bad breakup, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna start on a webcomic, and
Wow.
that's pretty much it. Like I did it. I was so lost in my own shit that I decided to just draw. And that has been going on for 4 years now. And, 3 years ago, I quit my day job as a construction worker. And
Hmm.
since then, I've just been riding the wave, enjoying finding new people to work with, and um, yeah, be with other people.
Yeah. Yeah, I work on a factory. I sanding all day. You know,
Hmm.
I like what I do, but it's not what I want to do with my life.
No, it's an okay job, but it's not the passion, which
Yeah, it's
makes
not the
sense.
best.
I mean, machine work is it can get dull and boring after a while.
Yeah, I'm feeling I had problems a couple of years ago when I was working on another factory. I stopped drawing for 7 months. Then when I got better, I drew for a couple of months, and then for 5 more months without drawing.
Oof.
Then I was fired. Me and 200 or 300 people.
Oh man, that
Yeah,
sucks. Yeah.
the contract was finished, and for a year, I had a 1 year contract,
Hmm.
and then it took me around 3 weeks to be able to draw something because my hands were so messed up by sanding all day.
Oof. Yeah.
But it wasn't like this job that I have. Now I'm sending kitchens, furnitures and whatever.
Hmm.
And before I was sending blades from those windmills, those
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that's very hard, man. That's the
Like
money was good, but man,
actually sanding them. Holy crap, dude.
yeah,
And I
that
mean, I've seen those things up close. Like they're fucking 12 meters long.
yeah,
That's insane.
yes. So they were turning that with a machine. The machine was hanging them by the thicker part,
Hmm.
the part the stronger part of the
The
blade,
yeah, the part
and
that they actually
from time to
yeah.
time yeah, and they turn it from time to time because we had to produce the we have in our shift we had let's say 3 blades to send,
Hmm.
and yeah, it was the machines were very heavy. We had to be on our feet or on our knees, and
Ugh.
always, all rarely was horizontal. We
Yeah.
It was more vertical that we have to move the machine, so we have
Hmm.
nothing to take out the weight of the machine and the tubes,
Oh
and
man, I
yeah,
go insane. I
yeah,
mean,
it was, and
holy
we got
crap.
to be we got to be fast so that we could
Yeah, you
produce.
gotta let go of that weight at some point, or that's holy crap, dude.
Yeah, 8 hours like that with shifts, and yeah, it was a year, a very rough year,
I
especially
can believe that.
not because of the work, but the work was hard. Let me say the work was hard, but the
Mm,
worst part was not to be able to draw. Man. I was sitting
yeah,
by in front of the paper, and man, I cried so many times by myself. My wife didn't know that, and man, that was
well, yeah, like that's like you're running shifts to the point where your body and your soul are just completely unable
drained.
to keep up.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to be in construction, um, so heavy labor. Like I was a paver, so I did the
Mhm.
pavement in the Netherlands,
Yeah.
and then I don't know if you've ever been to the Netherlands, but we only
No,
have
no, totally
tiles.
not.
We have tiles and bricks,
So, yeah.
and those get laid in by hand, and we're
Wow.
looking at 120 square meters a day if you're working on hours. If you're working on meters per day, you're looking at 300 square meters a day to make a decent living. You get paid jack
Hmm.
shit.
Yeah,
And it's at some point like you you just don't have the energy to live. So yeah.
that's true.
And
And what it makes you, what the pressure that you feel after work, and
yeah,
you want to do you want to do some work, you want to draw or whatever, and you don't have the strength and either the patience
yeah,
to
exactly.
do
Like
it.
you're out of it, completely out of
Yeah.
it. I mean, right now I'm a mover. So I move people from one home to the other.
Hmm.
Um, and the work isn't any less heavy on its own, but um, being able to just do it 2 or 3 days a week, and being able to do it for people, um, that makes life so much easier.
Yeah.
And giving and being able to give myself the time to actually work on uh, on my comics and on my company and on people again, because at some point you lose all your friends because there is no time for your friends. you
Yeah, I
know
don't hang
the,
out. I don't hang out with anyone, so I'm okay. I'm okay in
no,
that
but
one. Yeah, but
um
yeah, I understand. I understand. I understand that. Yeah, even family, man, even family.
yeah, exactly. Like I didn't I would work, like officially work 40 hours a week, so 8-hour work days. That was on average 12 hours. They didn't care. You had to get your quota for the day, and if you
Yeah,
didn't make it, then you're fucked, and you just do overtime, and you're not getting paid for it.
yeah,
So at some point, like I was doing my first webcomic, and I just broke down, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do this anymore. So I swore it off. I haven't had a day in it since, and it's the best decision ever.
yeah, yeah. And I know Jeff Lafferty. I don't know if you know who he is. Uh,
Um,
he did
does ring a bell, but
yeah, he did the Berserkernaut a couple of years ago.
oh yeah,
And he was on construction too, and he just left
yeah.
and dedicated himself to his art. But yeah, I don't know if I could make it because it's too much risk. I have a wife, and it's not
Well,
a it's not a one person decision.
no,
So
of course not. But the
it's
thing is, like, if you can manage as it is, and it's not breaking you up personally, then it's a fine way to live. It's fine to do it like this. And if it means that you only have time to draw on the weekends and in the evenings, and you don't get as much done, that's okay. No one is going to obligate you to push out fucking 30 pages a month. Um,
yeah, but
because you're already making the money. You don't have that stress of I have to get this amount of money at the end of the month or I'm fucked.
yeah, that's true.
And I'm lucky I'm alone on this one. Like, so I got my roomie, but that's it. Like, nobody else is relying on me.
Yeah,
Um but yeah, if I had had a family of my own, yeah, I probably would have continued in construction as well, like, because it made
yeah,
sense. You gotta take care of the people you love around you. Might have changed, and still have a proper day job, but do something else completely.
hmm,
But um, yeah, I would. Yeah, no, exactly, Elena. If you have a publisher, you have to. But if you're just doing indie comics like we are, and enjoying yourselves and not have to worry about cash flowing in, Um, you know, for a lot of indie creators, that is the perfect combo. There's nothing wrong with a day job.
Yeah, but it takes so much time to do a comic, man. It's a little bit frustrating too, you know,
Yeah.
because everybody is seeing what you're doing and everybody is cheering you up and telling you,
Yep.
hey, okay, so when do we see it done? And I say, okay, well, next year, but it was next year.
Yeah.
Now it wasn't in 2020. Now it's 2021, and I'm saying April maybe. And sometimes, sometimes I get home and yeah, I draw like crazy. I might be drawing for 4 or 5 hours if I can on the weekends, or 2 hours during the week. But yeah, it's a little frustrating that you want to put it out as soon as you want, as soon as possible. But man, it's
The main tip that I can give you on that regard, as someone who has been in that situation,
mhm.
is um try and go for, a little bit a day. Like, you don't have to go and draw like crazy and be completely done the next day, because um if you want to get to a certain point, it's easier to do it in small bits over a longer period of time
Yeah,
than a lot at a time, and then a week of nothing because you're spent.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
um like, when I started my first comic, I told myself, like, yeah, nobody knows you, nobody cares, so you're just gonna make 2 pages a week, which was viable for me because I worked very minimally. So I used A4 paper. um I didn't know anything about making comics, so it looked like crap, but that's okay. I had fun, and the whole point was to make something that I could put out.
Yeah.
So I went for, okay, 2 pages, 2 pages a day. No, 2 pages a week, not 2 pages a day. Holy crap, I'd go insane. Um, and um, just try and get a little bit done every single day. And what I found was, because I had to wake up at 4:30 a.m. and I was having my morning coffee anyway at that time, because I like my mornings long, and we had to start at 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
In my day job. That the hour that I would spend drinking my coffee and waking up, taking my time, making my bread, um, I got so much more done than when I got home. So the moment I had my first sip of coffee, I started drawing every single day, and suddenly I went from 2 pages a week to 8,
Uh-huh.
from just drawing that first half hour of the day. It still looked like crap because you just push out pages like it's nothing. You don't care, but um, knowing when you are the most productive, and containing your productivity within that time slot is very important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Like Gladys said, be realistic and nice to yourself, but get consistent workout.
Yeah, I try to draw as much as I can because first of
Well,
all, is one thing that I love is to draw. And when I was a kid, I used to be at home, whatever it was, and I used to draw all the time. So now that I'm doing this and I quit freelance illustration, I decided to do the comic. And yeah, I like to draw, and I especially this is mine, and I want
and
to put it out there as soon as I can, and that's why I'm a little bit anxious about this. But at the same time, I can't give myself the chance to be lazy. Like today I
But
won't draw. Tomorrow, if I start like that,
um,
if I start like that, if I start not having this energy that I feel like,
can I give you one tip?
yeah.
Don't allow yourself to be lazy. Allow yourself to be bored. Take like 10 minutes a day where you
Mhm.
do absolutely nothing, and it feels amazing. For me, it's the little break I take when I get away from my desk
Mhm.
and and have a smoke for myself. Just
Yeah.
5 minutes away from computers and people, and I stop talking to people. If I'm on a voice chat, I'm gone. That's my 5 minutes of nothing, and I feel incredibly bored because my entire body is like, dude, we're in the fucking zone. Like we're doing art like right
Mhm.
now. But this time I'm actually gonna smoke right here. But don't tell the rats. Um, and um, having that little bit of time of just being bored, and having your mind go, but we got to do something.
Yeah. It gives
Um, no, but like your mind is gonna go. We got to do something because we're not doing anything. Like there's no productivity here. What are we doing here? It's gonna first of all clear your head a lot. Doing that like every single hour to 1.5 hours,
mhm.
but um, it'll make the work that you get done a lot more fulfilling, and it'll make it feel a lot faster as well.
Uh-huh. I gotta try
But
it.
yeah, allow yourself to be bored. Don't be lazy. Lazy is doing nothing. Being
Yeah.
bored is looking for something to do, but not knowing what you got to do.
Okay. I'm gonna
And there's
try
a
that.
very big
I
difference
promise.
there.
Yes. Yes. Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
I'm taking 5 minutes to have my smoke because we've been
Mhm.
at it for an hour, and I need to rest my hand, and you should too.
1 hour already. Damn.
Yes, we've been at it for an hour, man. It's going fast, isn't it? Yeah, I
Yeah.
love this talk.
Yeah. Me too, man. Anytime.
Hmm.
Anytime, man.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta have your quiet moments, and not you gotta have your moments of nothing, and yeah, cash flow will get better, so the pressure will get better, and you can do serious chilling while working. I mean, Gladys has been freelancing for a long time now,
Mm-hmm.
so she knows what's up.
Yeah.
I mean, I half the time, if we're talking in a Discord, um, she will suddenly no longer react because she is taking a nap, and 2 hours later she was like, "Oops, I fell asleep."
That's awesome.
That's okay, Gladys. No worries.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you. If I need a nap on a work day, and after working on my side job, I get um I'm physically very tired because it's very physically intense. I carry around washing machines.
Oh yeah.
Like it's not fun, but
Mhm.
the workout is great. So I'm physically tired and I'm mentally tired because I've been working with other people all day, and it's really not my thing. Why am I doing freelancing like this? I don't know, but the if I need a nap on the day after working, like even if I got like 20 things to do, I'll sit back and um I'll take that nap. I'll take an hour.
I get a headache if I take a nap. I
Uh the
sometimes
the
sometimes that happens.
the Yes, if you get headache, like the way to avoid that is drinking coffee before your nap.
Oh, Okay,
Yeah, the
I didn't
caffeine
know that.
avoids the headache.
Ah, I didn't know that, man. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's something that was the major tip that I've heard in my life, and I'm like, yes. First of all, I love coffee. Second of
Yeah.
all, not having a headache after a nap. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to
I
start doing
mean,
that.
um, it ain't there is nothing wrong with seeing it like if you're doing it as a job and it's your day thing. As long as you take your breaks, you're fine. If you're in that flow anyway, it's fine. There is no wrong way to do it. Um, and I'm glad that I can do it with 4 to 6 hours of drawing every single day.
Mm-hmm.
But if I have to push 12 hours a day, then I can do that too. I just don't like it because I like
Okay.
myself.
Yeah, I understand.
Um, and I'm running 12 hours a day anyway because I get everything from marketing to contacting to podcasts that I have to take care of as well. I mean, I'm already working on getting my writer for the Radiant site on a million podcasts and have him go, yeah, be the public figure because it's your project. You got to
Yes.
show the enthusiasm.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. I'm nearly done with my cigarette, and after that, I'm gonna start inking again because I know you guys like the pretty pictures. And guys, I am going to share the link to Live on Quora real quick because if you haven't backed it yet, then go check it out because it is awesome and I love it and I'm very proud of what I've done. And I
Yeah.
hope you will join that pride with me. There we go, and it's gonna go everywhere. Here we go. Well, it's gonna go to say on Comic Con in my own page, YouTube page, but that's close enough. Um,
So what was the feeling of starting your first campaign and your challenges and what was
um,
the
well, the
main
first
problems and stresses and all that stuff?
yeah, our first campaign was for an anthology. So we had a huge army of creators behind us doing their best to get it funded as well.
Mm-hmm.
And originally, we didn't even make the goal. Like we were 3 days away from uh, from the end of the Kickstarter campaign,
Mm-hmm.
and then we were only 1,350 euros in on a 2,900 euro goal,
Yeah.
and we were like, okay, guys, we're still going to publish the comic, but we're only going to do like 100 copies, and we're going to send out the copies to the creators, and that's it. And if we sell some on the con, you get royalties for that because all the creators get royalties as well. Not
Mm-hmm.
much because there's like 12 of them,
Yeah.
but fine. Like we believed in what we were doing, so we paid for it. Then someone dropped 1,627 euros on our asses. Yeah, so suddenly we went from 1,350 to 3,000 euros
Man.
overnight, and I woke up um like it happened overnight, and I was asleep and I had given up on the campaign. We were bummed out, but whatever,
Of
we would
course.
still make it happen. And so I screamed and told my roomie and my girlfriend at the time, like, wake the fuck up, you gotta see this. All right,
Wow.
take it easy, Gladys. It was fun to have you as always. And they were panicked because they were like, oh my god, is something wrong with the rats? Is the cat hurt? Or is there a fire? Like, no, we just got this much thrown on our asses. And they went, dude, you woke us up for this?
What?
Yeah, no, like they were so fucking grumpy. And I was like, guys, we just made it happen for like a ton of creators. We gave first time creators like their first publication in a book. Why are you not excited? And they're like, no, no, we wanted sleep.
Oh man.
Yeah, looking back, it was like, yeah, okay, it was fucking 8 a.m. and both of them are night owls. I think they both went to bed at like 5 a.m. So,
Okay.
they only had a couple of hours of sleep and then I would scream them awake.
Oh man.
But yeah, that was my first impression of crowdfunding. And there is some very weird and special people on there that will drop money on you like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened
That's
since, and I'm okay with that
that's
because we still have 9 publications.
yeah. That's awesome.
We still make it happen.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go to uh, Indiegogo or Kickstarter because
Oh
I
yeah.
everybody is not everybody, but yeah, I think everybody that talks about Indiegogo is very satisfied about their way of working.
Yeah. It's they both have their flaws. Like Kickstarter has some things that are better than Indiegogo, but right now with the way Kickstarter is going, like they're losing a lot of following. Um, thanks to the union drama 2 years ago. So, all right, Irena, take it easy. So right now, Indiegogo has started to get a bigger following, but on the other hand, Kickstarter cares a lot more about the creators than Indiegogo does.
I didn't know that.
Um, you got the projects we love. You got the trending. Um, though the trending is an algorithm thing, but the projects we love, like they curate every single project that goes through on their platform, and if they like what they're seeing, and you show that there's a lot of interest in what you're doing, they will promote the shit out of it. They
Oh,
will do it for you, and you still got to do your own part. But yeah, they will happily show off what you're doing, and and you're going to be front page for the entirety of your project. Indiegogo, not so much. Indiegogo is if you make money, then we make money and we like that. So you got to
okay.
bring in a lot of following before even launching, before Indiegogo is going to do anything about your project.
Okay.
But yeah, for comics, right now Indiegogo is doing a lot better. I mean, some not for everyone because some books work better on Kickstarter, some books work better on Indiegogo. Like I'm only 200 euros behind the amount of money that I made on Live on Cora on the entire Kickstarter campaign, and I got there in a week
Mm-hmm.
compared to um, Indiegogo right now, where 500 euros just dropped on my ass, and there's so much more support, and people are a lot more inviting now that I'm in on Indiegogo. They care a lot more. It looks, by the looks of it, I'm getting invited to a lot more podcasts,
Yeah.
and yeah, I I think Live on Cora is where like Live on Cora belongs on Indiegogo. That's pretty much the gist of it.
Yeah, I'm
But
inclined to Indiegogo. The more I talk to people, the more I'm thinking about doing the campaign there. Or
oh
I don't
yeah,
know if
it's a really good platform.
or I don't
Um,
know if I'm going to submit to some publishers. I still don't know what I'm going to do. Man.
Um,
So I don't know. So
well,
yeah, I don't know.
do whatever. If you really want to go through a publisher, look up publishers, look up editors, look at people that like look at the companies that already publish the kind of work that you are making,
Hmm.
and don't go for the biggest ones. Just
Oh no,
go
no,
go
no.
go for um, the like-minded people, and it's the same with you finding your audience yourself. If you make the product, the audience finds you, and if you finish your comic and you put it out, even if it's a web comic, and some publisher goes by, like some editor comes by and it's like, this would really fit in our roster of things we publish. They're gonna hit you up anyway. You know, you got the quality, so they're gonna do the thing. Um, Man, I need some water soon. I forgot to bring my water bottle. But yeah, if you want to own everything that you're doing, go for Indiegogo. You're but do keep in mind, unless you make hundreds of thousands of euros, um, your for words. Unless you make hundreds of thousands of euros, you're pretty much only gonna cut even on your comic. And if you make a mistake in your shipping,
Yeah, that's what I'm
um,
afraid of. That's the main reason I'm a little reluctant on doing the campaign is because of the shipping.
well, that too is just a matter of research. Find out how much one copy would be to send. Multiply that by 50. You know, because that's the average what a campaign needs to make. Like 50 backers is the average to get even on your printing and everything.
Yeah. Because yeah,
And
I'm a little afraid of customs, especially in the United States, and yeah, I heard that
no, because you're
people.
sending books. Books are always without taxes. Books and documents are always without taxes.
Okay.
So don't worry about that. Like, um, doesn't matter where you're from. Like, nobody's going to tax you for sending out books. And if you send a Gemini envelope or a folding box, a letter box, um, nobody's gonna care. They know there's books in there. There might be extra goodies, but they're not gonna check it. They don't care. They just want to get rid of all those packages you just sent in because there's not going to be one of them. There's going to be a million.
Oh boy. Yeah, I think
To be
that.
honest, the worst part for me personally is fulfillment because I have to fold out so many boxes,
Hmm.
and then I got to make sure that all the numbers and the items in there are correct, and I just lose my mind, and it's mindless, but I have to keep my mind at it.
Yeah.
But then again, seeing people receive your book and doing unboxings is the best.
Yeah, it must be crazy too.
Oh my god, yes, man.
Yeah, it's crazy when we open from another artist, but if man, I can't wait to see the
Yeah.
first unbox.
Hell
Somebody
yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
doing. Yeah, I was a painter years ago, and like I said, I was a freelance illustrator, and I did some exhibitions in galleries all around
Ooh, nice. Yeah.
Portugal and Spain, and it was amazing the feeling that somebody is taking a piece of you with him,
Yeah, of
with
course.
but yeah, that was amazing when somebody said in the gallery, "Yeah, I want that drawing that you did," and yeah, it was amazing, an amazing feeling. But this is different. This is very different.
This
That
is a
that,
lot
that
more
kind of
work. Yeah.
yeah, more passion because it's easy to make an illustration. You know, it's easy to make
Yeah, and
whatever. There's no
it's
sorry.
a little disclaimer there. It's not easy to paint. It is a lot easier to push out a single painting than it is a complete comic. You know,
Yes.
like don't say it the wrong way, or you're gonna piss off a lot of painters.
No, but it's true because I was very cocky when I start. I always say that when you talk about comics, I was very cocky when I started doing the Sim Killer because I had that mindset that hey man, I've been doing this for 10 years. I know how to
Yeah,
draw. You know, this is nothing because I know how to blah 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 blah. And then I wrote it and I I did 5 pages and I said to myself, this is not working. First of all, I was ripping off the crow. Really.
oh
Yeah,
right,
I
yeah,
was,
I remember that story. But continue.
but man, it's so different to make sequential art is not
Oh yeah.
illustration, nothing. And and the problem that I have with the sim killer right now is likeness because I'm using a friend from work as reference,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't want to put nothing like a steroid superhero like we
Yeah,
always see, right? And I wanted to have somebody normal, somebody that you can look and kind of believe that that could happen. You know, the war
yeah,
and the traumas and the loss of friends and whatever. And likeness is something that I was afraid because I'd never done sequential art before. So I asked this buddy of mine from work, Louis, and he said, "Yes, oh man, yes, of course,
yeah.
I
You want to
want
be
to
in a
do
book?
it."
Of course you do.
Yes, and
Oh yeah,
he was is as much as enthusiastic as I am, and
that's awesome.
yeah, and yeah, I'm taking references from him. And the thing is that was the thing that I was most afraid of. And the thing that it's not being lazy, but if you look at my comic, there is almost no expressions in the soldiers because I want to create this homage to the soldiers, to the veterans. So
Mm-hmm.
I draw them, but they are no like I they are uh, most of the faces are in black, you know,
Yeah.
because I want to create um, let's say how do I say this? I want to make an homage to the soldiers, to the American soldiers, and to the Vietnamese soldiers that
Mm-hmm.
most of them we don't know who they are. So
Yeah, they're a name on a slab somewhere, and that's it.
yeah, so that's what I thought is it's not being lazy, but it's I don't know how to
No,
call it.
but that is a very good way to do it, honestly. And there are gonna be people like going, but you're blacking out all the faces. Of course, like why why would you do that? Like that is being lazy. But you have your reasons to do it like that, and you should keep to that. I completely agree. I completely agree, man. That is awesome. That's a
Yeah,
very
thank
good way to do it.
yeah, but yeah, it's a way that I found a way to. Of course, I know Asian people. I know
Yeah.
right. I could take a couple of pictures and do like Alex Ross does, putting people that he knows in his comics. Is one of my inspirations too. But I thought to myself, well, we don't know. Well, these soldiers don't have faces because if somebody is fighting, is in the war, they don't look at the faces of their
No,
opponents. They just know they are there, right? So
it's the enemy. Period.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's the enemy, and that's why they are all black. So
That's a really nice way to do it and look at it, man. I love that.
thank you. And well, who is there? His face is there. Uh, Myself, I'm being buried alive. I took myself as reference for the guy who's buried alive,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and man, I can't wait to to finish this.
Oh yeah, well we can't either, dude. I can't wait until uh you go out on go live on this, man. I'm gonna promote the shit out of it. I'll tell you that.
Thank you. And now this is not working. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I don't
Uh-oh.
know what I, yeah, I don't know what I did. I was flipping the pages, and now I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yep.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. Oh man. Yep. Something happened. I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to turn this on again. Maybe. Let me see if. Oh boy.
Let's see. Oh man, I stayed up so late last night with Pops' Monday Madness
Yeah.
because we wanted to see Rich Parada go bald.
You did it.
No, he's not there yet. They're live streaming right now. I actually want to start switching over to see him live
Okay.
because they're running the last hours of the campaign right now, and they're live on the Monday Madness. They're live on Comic Madness.
I thought it was going to be later, but
No, they started around 8 p.m. for me, so around half an hour ago.
Okay.
And he's going to be live streaming, doing a doubles page spread.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm really intrigued because I read Incandescent today. He sent it out to me.
Hmm.
The proof file. Oh my god, man, he rocks.
Yeah, I gotta check that out, man.
So
Let me see.
yeah,
Let me see if it's okay now. Looks like it's okay. Okay. Oh,
good. I'm glad.
yeah. Thanks.
But yeah, I'm running on 4 hours of sleep. Oh my god, man.
4 hours, man.
Yeah, I'm a little tired. Oh well, I'm enjoying my
Well,
inks.
if you want to go, man, if you want to end the show, fine by me. But I'm doing fine here.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking of shutting down and just going to the bedroom, popping up
Yeah,
my laptop on my lap, and
yeah, and watch the. Yeah, I think I'm going to be with my wife a little bit and
yeah,
take the tablet to the room and watch that too. And
yeah, that's
which what is happening in the Pops channel?
yes, it's in Pops's group on Facebook,
I on
and
Facebook. Okay.
yeah, on Facebook, but also on his channel, as far as I know. At least
Ah,
I assume so. Let me check. Before we actually shut down and there's nothing going on,
yeah.
because that happens, and I don't want that to happen. Let me check real quick. Oh yeah, he's alive. It's
Oh,
live.
it's live. Okay. Let me check
So
here.
yeah.
Sorry.
Oof. I'm going to enjoy myself. Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know how much longer I'm going to be awake, but whew.
that was fun. I worked a lot today.
Yes, that was a lot of fun, man. We should do this more often.
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
more
man.
people involved and switch
Yeah,
around. This was this was Marv from the Singular, and this is Mike from Faeries and Ents. With love on Cora, and I'm gonna shut down by showing you the Indiegogo video and check it out on Indiegogo live on Cora 3 Octus Climbs, and
I got it.
keep an eye out for the Singular because the guy rocks. I mean,
Thanks,
you've
man.
seen the art happen live, guys. Come on, go show him some love.
Thank you.
All right, take it easy, lovelies, and there we go.
Yeah, be safe, guys.
All right, have a great night,
Okay.
lovelies. Take it easy.